just to put an end to it. What do you want, Melissa? I asked. She was crying. I need help, James. They're threatening eviction. My cards are all maxed out. I've got no one else to turn to. You had me, I said quietly. A man who loved you enough to buy you a ring you didn't wear and save for a wedding you never intended to go through with. And you threw it away. Those are your choices, not mine. I made a terrible mistake, she sobbed. I was confused and stupid. We can fix this. There's no way anymore, Melissa. Figure it out yourself. I hung up and blocked her number, then poured myself 2 fingers of whiskey and finally felt something like peace. The worst part of betrayal isn't the lies they tell you, it's the truth they reveal about themselves. Melissa showed me who she really was, not through her words but through her actions. And I believed her. Sometimes the most powerful move you can make in a confrontation is simply walking away and closing the door behind you. Update, 1 week later, I didn't expect this post to get so much attention. Thanks for all the messages of support and the awards. Several people asked for updates, so here's where things stand a week later. First, to answer the most common questions, yes, I kept records of all the money I put into the apartment and wedding fund. No, she can't sue me for the wedding account. I checked with my lawyer before closing it. Yes, the ring is legally mine. Since the engagement was broken due to her infidelity, in my state, engagement rings are conditional gifts. After my last update, Melissa's attempts to contact me shifted to social media, since I'd blocked her number. She's been telling a very different version of the story, claiming I financially abused her by stealing our wedding fund and leaving her without resources. A few mutual friends believed her at first, until I privately showed them the evidence. The most surprising development came from Keith's wife. Yes, apparently he has one. Had one, I should say. She reached out to me on Facebook, thanking me for inadvertently exposing their affair. Turns out Keith had been feeding her and Melissa the same lines about being unhappy in his primary relationship. When everything blew up at their workplace, she found out about Melissa and several other women. She's filed for divorce and taken their kids to stay with her parents. As for Melissa's financial situation, I've heard through mutual friends that she's moved back in with her parents. Her father, who I always respected, called me again to apologize for the drama, saying he and his wife had enabled Melissa's behavior over the years and never held her accountable. Maybe this is the wake-up call she needs, he said. I appreciate his decency in a messy situation. I sold the ring yesterday, took a 30% loss on what I paid, but it's worth it to have that chapter closed. Used some of the money to book a solo trip to Montana next month. Always wanted to try fly fishing. My new apartment is coming together simple, clean, mine.